Beyond the Gate Spoilers Preview Week of August 17 to 2, 12026. Welcome back to the channel, guys. It is Wednesday, and frankly, I am already exhausted by the sheer amount of drama we have to unpack today. Grab a coffee, grab a snack, do whatever you need to do, because we are diving deep into the absolute mess that is happening right now. And let's just start with the biggest, most catastrophic mistake of the week, because I honestly cannot stop thinking about it. Dany Dupree. What in the world was she thinking? Or, let's be real, she clearly wasn't thinking at all. So Dany is at the hospital, right? Bill is lying there in a bed, recovering from his latest mysterious health crisis. And the whole family is hovering around, and Dany just opens her mouth and calls Bill her husband. Her husband, not her ex-husband, not her former partner. Her husband, present tense, in front of everybody. In front of Anita, Vernon, and Nicole. I mean, you guys, I actually had to rewind the scene because I could not believe my ears. I just couldn't. It was a Freudian slip of massive, epic, catastrophic proportions. And the look on Anita's face? Oh my gosh. You could literally see the disappointment radiating off of her. Anita and Vernon have been so supportive of Andre. They welcomed Andre into the family with open arms. And they finally thought Dany had moved on from the absolute train wreck that was her marriage to Bill. But no, she drops the H word right there in the sterile hospital hallway. And Nicole was there too. Nicole, who is already dealing with her own devastating, heartbreaking news with Kial Rollins. She has absolutely zero patience for Dany's mess right now. Zero. And who can blame her? So now Dany is facing a full-on family tribunal. Vernon is demanding answers. Anita is asking the hard questions. And Dany is just scrambling, trying to backpedal and say it was just a slip of the tongue. But we all know it wasn't. We all know she is completely, hopelessly trauma bonded to this man. Because let's zoom out for a second and look at the history here. Bill Hamilton left Dany. He destroyed their family. And he didn't just leave her for some random woman. He left her for Haley. Haley, who was Dany's daughter's best friend. Haley, who the Dupree Richardson family literally took in and sheltered when her parents died. It is the ultimate betrayal. It is the kind of betrayal that you never, ever get over. But somehow, Dany is still drawn to him. And we can't forget about the tornado. A few episodes ago, during that massive storm that ripped through Fairmont Crest, Dany and Bill were trapped in an elevator and they hooked up. They actually hooked up. It is a ticking time bomb. If Anita or Vernon or, heaven forbid, Andre finds out about that elevator's secret, it is game over. It is entirely game over. But, okay, that sounded dramatic, but you get what I mean. It's just so frustrating to watch Dany regress like this. And it gets worse. Because Bill wakes up. He is conscious again, thanks to his assistant Caroline Lee stepping in to manage the crisis while Haley completely botched everything. So Bill wakes up, and what is the very first thing he does? Does he look for his current wife? Does he ask for Haley? Nope. He wants Dany. He asks Dany for something. The details are a little murky on what exactly he asked for, but he makes a specific request of his ex-wife, and Haley is furious. Haley is absolutely uncontrollably enraged by this. And this is where I just have to rant for a second, because the sheer audacity of Haley Hamilton is mind-boggling. What right does she have to be mad? What right? She has been slowly poisoning Bill since October 2025. October? It is now August 2026. Let's do the math on that. That is 10 months. 10 months of slow-acting poison. The fans on social media have been calling her the worst Black Widow copycat in the history of daytime television, and they are 100% correct. I mean, is she giving him one microscopic drop of poison every 3 weeks? How bad are you at this? It's ridiculous. It's actually laughable. But she is playing this dangerous game, leaning hard into her villain arc, and she is furious that Bill is reaching out to Dany. Haley is jealous. She is desperate. She knows that in Bill's eyes, she will never, ever measure up to Dany. Dany was a real partner. Dany stood by him. Haley is just the girl he blew his life up for. And now he is realizing he made a massive mistake. Timon Kyle Durrett, who plays Bill, even said recently that Bill is realizing he was blinded by what he thought was love. He knows he messed up, but he doesn't know his wife is literally killing him. Joey Armstrong actually visited Bill in the hospital and flat out warned him. Joey told Bill he needs to investigate his health, that he needs to find out what is really going on. Will Bill listen? Probably not. He's too busy making hard eyes at Dany. So where does all this leave Andre? Poor, stoic, reliable Andre. Andre has been an absolute rock for Dany. When Bill left her, Andre was there. When she was falling apart, Andre held her together. But the guy has a breaking point, and we are seeing it right now. Andre clashes with Dany, and honestly, I am completely team Andre on this one. He confronts her about staying at Bill's bedside. Why is she there? She has a husband, a real husband. A husband who is not lying in a hospital bed being slowly poisoned by a millennial. And they get into a massive argument about it. Dany is defensive, obviously, because she feels guilty about the elevator hookup and she is terrified of losing Bill. But Andre is just done. And then it escalates. Andre has a tense, face-to-face encounter with Bill. Picture this scene, guys. It is so good. Andre walks into that hospital room. Bill is lying there, weak, hooked up to machines, but he still has that arrogant, powerful Bill Hamilton energy. And Andre is standing over him. It is the ultimate alpha male standoff. Andre knows Bill is a threat to his marriage. Bill knows Andre is the guy who took his place. The tension is so thick you could cut it with a knife. And Andre is already on edge. He is already paranoid because of this mystery stalker who has been sending him cryptic texts. Andre knows his past is about to be exposed, so he is stressed to the max. And now he has to deal with his wife practically moving into her ex-husband's hospital room. It is a mess. It is just a giant mess. But wait, because it gets even more chaotic. Enter Kat Richardson. Oh, Kat. She just cannot help herself, can she? She loves the drama. She thrives on it. So Kat decides to sneak food into the hospital for Bill. Why food? I have no idea. Maybe hospital food is terrible. Or maybe it's just an excuse to get into the room and snoop around. But Kat doesn't just drop off a sandwich and leave. No, she decides to stir the pot. While she is there, she explicitly points out to Bill that Dany still deeply cares about him. She spells it out for him. She basically validates all of Bill's lingering feelings and gives him hope. And guess who finds out? Haley. Of course Haley finds out. And now, Kat has inadvertently painted a massive target on her own back. Haley's crosshairs have shifted directly onto Katherine Richardson. And this is terrifying because Kat is already poking her nose where it doesn't belong. Kat has been digging into the disappearance of Lynette Wise. Lynette was Haley's friend, and she vanished without a trace. Kat has been talking to Chelsea, getting updates, trying to figure out what happened to Lynette. And now she is meddling in Haley's marriage? What is she thinking? Who actually believes this is going to end well for Kat? Haley might be the most incompetent poisoner on the planet, but she is still dangerous. She is backed into a corner. Her husband is pulling away from her. Her poison plot is taking way too long. Caroline Lee is onto her, and now Kat is investigating her missing friend and pushing Bill back toward Dany. Haley is going to snap. I am genuinely worried for Kat. She is in way over her head, and she doesn't even realize it. She thinks she is just playing detective and being a sassy friend, but she is dealing with a woman who is actively committing attempted murder. It is wild. And while all of this hospital drama is happening, we have a completely different war brewing across town. Joey Armstrong and his sister, Heather. Joey is losing his absolute mind over Heather's recent behavior. Heather has been acting incredibly sketchy. She's been getting uncomfortably close to Vanessa McBride. Like, way too friendly. And Joey knows his sister. He knows her dark past. He knows the rumors about her being the skewer. He knows she doesn't just make friends for no reason. She always has an angle. She always has a hidden agenda. So Joey confronts her. And the Armstrong sibling rivalry is just explosive. Joey is a casino boss. He is used to being in control. He is used to knowing everything that happens in his territory. And Heather is a total wild card. She refuses to be controlled. Joey demands to know what her true intentions are with Vanessa. Why is she suddenly so interested in Vanessa's life? Vanessa is already overwhelmed. Vanessa is dealing with giving advice to a panicked Dany, and she is busy evaluating Deanna's new boyfriend, Noah Rollins. Vanessa does not need a dangerous woman like Heather Armstrong inserting herself into her life, but Heather is doing it anyway, and Joey is terrified of what she might do. The confrontation between Joey and Heather is just top-tier soap opera drama. It is tense, it is psychological, and it proves that blood is not always thicker than water. Sometimes blood just makes things messier. And finally, let's circle back to Andre. Because Andre's week is about to get even weirder. After his massive fight with Dany and his tense showdown with Bill, Andre is feeling completely lost. So he does what he always does when he is in trouble. He goes to Ted Richardson. Ted is the voice of reason. Ted is the rock of the Richardson family. Andre confides in Ted. He seeks advice about his stalker, about these cryptic texts, about his past coming back to haunt him. And Ted gives him some guidance. But whatever Ted tells him, it leads Andre to make a very dangerous decision. Andre is lured to a mystery meeting, a secret rendezvous. The spoilers say he organizes a highly secretive meeting with a mysterious person. Who is it? Is it the stalker? Is it the person sending the texts? Could it be Heather Armstrong, playing some twisted game? Or is it someone completely new? Someone from Andre's past who is here to blow up his life just as his marriage to Dany is falling apart? We don't know. The writers are keeping this one tightly under wraps, but I have a terrible feeling about it. Andre is walking into a trap. He is vulnerable, his marriage is on the rocks, and he is paranoid. It is the perfect time for an enemy to strike. Honestly, you guys, looking at this whole week, It is just exhausting. In a good way. But still. The writers are throwing everything at the wall right now. We have Dany's massive Freudian slip exposing her true feelings. We have Bill realizing he wants his ex-wife back. We have Haley failing at murder but succeeding at being a terrifying villain. We have Andre reaching his breaking point and walking into a mystery trap. We have Kat putting her life in danger by investigating Lynette Wise and meddling with Bill. And we have Joey trying to stop his sister from destroying Vanessa McBride. It is a lot. It is a whole lot. I don't know how Dany is going to talk her way out of this family tribunal. I really don't. Calling him your husband? There is no coming back from that. Vernon is not going to let that go. Anita's not going to let that go. And if they find out about the elevator? Oh. It's over. It is so over. I just hope Andre finds out the truth before he gets too deeply involved in whatever this mystery meeting is. He deserves better. He really does. But this is Fairmont Crest, and nobody ever gets what they deserve. They just get more drama. Alright. I need to take a breath and step away from the screen for a minute because my brain is fried. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Is Dany completely out of her mind? Is Haley ever going to succeed with this poison? Who is Andre meeting? Tell me all your theories, because I need to know I'm not the only one losing sleep over this. I will see you guys in the next update. Stay safe out there.